Hello students, this is Priyanka Bagchi from SVM Sinidih, and today I came back to discuss the theme of the poem and its rhyming scheme. Coming to the poem. Here comes the poem, and first I will read the lines of the poem and then discuss. So before we do the rhyming scheme, let me make the theme of this poem clear. That T.S. Eliot tried to present the poem in a humorous way before the readers. Instead of using humans as the main characters, he used a cat and attributed human qualities to it. The poem is also a humorous criticism of the failure of modern criminal justice system, where the criminals may commit crimes and law would be powerless to condemn them. Macavity actually represents the corrupt people of our society. So this much was the theme, and now we will discuss the the rhyming scheme of the poem. So the rhyming scheme. Let me tell you what actually the rhyming scheme is first. So let me read the line first. Macavity is a mystery cat. He is called the hidden paw, for he is the master criminal who can defy the law. So rhyming scheme means to say when you have rhyming tone similar. Like in the first line, the last word paw, and the second line, the last word law. These two words are similar in tone, so we will denote it with A and A. Okay, similar in tone, that's why similar letter to be given. Now coming to the third line. Here's the bafflement of Scotland Yard, the flying squad's despair. For when they reach the scene of crime, Macavity is not there. You can see these two last words are also same in tone but different from the first two words of the first two lines, like paw and law. They are similar in tone, but despair is not similar to those words, but despair and there, these are similar in tone, so we will denote it with B. Okay, so the first stanza stands, the rhyming scheme of the first stanza stands as A, B, B. Okay, now coming to the next stanza. Macavity, Macavity, there is no one like Macavity. He's broken every human law. He breaks the law of gravity. So you can see that these two last words are similar in tone. Means Macavity and gravity. Okay. So as we have already taken A and B, we will give it C. Macavity, gravity. C. Now coming to the next line. His powers of levitation would make a fakir stare, and when you reach the scene of crime, Macavity is not there. So you can see that the words stare and there, they are similar to these two words which we have already given the rhyming letter B, like despair and there, and we have already given it B. So we will give this word stare also B and this word there B. Okay, so these two words of the second stanza stands as C, C, B, B. Now the next line. You may seek him in the basement, you may look up in the air, but I tell you once and once again, Macavity is not there. So stare, there, and again air, there. Same in tone. So these will also be given B, B. Okay, and here the second stanza also comes to an end, and the rhyming scheme of the second stanza stands as C, C, B, 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 B. It is clear to you? Okay, now coming to the next stanza. Macavity is a ginger cat, he's very tall and thin. You would know him if you saw him, for his eyes are sunken in, thin. These are similar in tone but different from the above words we have already taken. So we will have to denote it with a different letter, and that would be D, because we have already taken A, B and C. So this is a different tone. So this would be given a different letter D. Okay. Now coming to the next line. His brow is deeply lined with thought. His head is highly domed. Again a different word came. So we will denote it with E. Okay. Coming to the next line. His coat is dusty from neglect, his whiskers are uncombed. So there we read domed, here we read combed, uncombed. So as we have given it E, we will give this also E. Okay, and now the next line. He sways his head from side to side with movements like a snake. Again came a different word with a different tone. We will denote it with a different letter F. And when you think he's half asleep, he's always wide awake. Snake, awake, F. Okay. So the rhyming scheme of the third stanza stands as D, D, E, E, F, F. Okay. Now coming to the last stanza. Macavity, Macavity, there is no one like Macavity. Macavity, we have already given this word a tone C, if you remember. And then the next line. For his a fiend in feline shape, a monster of depravity. Macavity, depravity, again C. You may meet him in a by street, you may see him in the square. Square, already we have given it B. But when a crime is discovered, then Macavity is not there. Square, there, B. So the last stanza stands as the rhyming scheme of the last stanza stands as C, C, B, B. So I hope this is clear to you, and this much for now, students. This is the summary which is given when you go through the PowerPoint presentation. You must see this, and Thank you for watching.